The Fly Fifer and Just Another Monkey. Time to backpedal forwards down the rabbit hole.
Hello. We're back. All right, Al.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm brilliant.
Good. Yeah. Right, so last week we hit on, or last session we hit on, we got up to 14. 1984.
Starring Big Al. As a fucking asshole. I hope that didn't piss everybody off. It was a bit doomy and gloomy, I think.
But listen, hey, we've got to go negative to positive. We've got to go through the story. There's good, bad, yin and yang. You say it often enough yourself going through the story. I got a glimpse of the monkey in there as well, and I've fucking seen him.
Oh, he's there. He's hiding there,
There was something we hit on. I wish I could remember, but aye, we hit on it well there. But so, this week, 14. Where'd you want to take it? Where'd you want to take it?
I think covering everything up until then is dark and gloomy as it is. I certainly didn't want to be that as the portrayal of how it was. Although that's what it was. I just didn't want it to be as cloudy as it was, because there was rays of hope, as Madonna would say, shining through. Right. Because as soon as I realised that I had escapes, and maybe that's where a great point. Is to take the criminology side of it, taking crime as it's perceived by even the middle class, anything outside the scheme is perceived as being wrong.
Let's explore that then, Al, exactly, because that's a great thing that needs to be explored, that not enough people, as you say, you've said to me often enough, not enough people speak about it.
Yeah. And one, it's the barrier side of it is exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. So if we can agree that the concept of a barrier is what it is, that's a given.
Yeah.
Youngsters will hide behind that when they feel any attack coming behind the wall.
Aye.
If you're faced with police or any form of, any structured form of society that doesn't agree, so whether it be social work, police, the prison system, courts, all these things, children's panels, all of these things, every one of them that comes at you, the first main reaction, again, it's a primeval reaction, is the defence. The defence comes up and you then block them out.
Yeah.
My experience of life and everything that was in it, if they knew to go over that wall, come round the wall, as you've done, you've managed to get round to see another side of me and expose that other side. Personally, I do believe that if you took the baggage and just dispersed it, there wouldn't be any requirement for building a wall. But in the same breath, their reflection. So the policeman that's interviewing the young guy, like I'd said before, if he stole a sausage roll, it's probably because he's hungry. If he stole something else, what is the reasoning for it? What is he hiding from? And I know that there's probably a lot of them like, I've not got time for this. I'm saying right now in society and the way things are, got to make fucking time. Because what you're harbouring behind the wall can lead you right down the mental health road, and it will blow your fucking mind, or it will have an adverse reaction on society, the people around about you, family, friends, the law, the prison system. And what do? You create exactly what I'm saying, a primeval fucking monster. You can create the absolute thing that society detests just by no understanding it.
That's right, aye.
So for me,
you give that boy that steals the sausage roll because he's hungry. Nobody else sees it. Exactly what you're saying. They just see the theft of the sausage roll.
It's against man's
fucking
law.
Book at him, right? You've stole that sausage roll. I think you're shit that you were hungry. We're going to do this to you, and it just creates more. And then the next time he's not stealing a sausage roll, he's stealing whatever. When
you do that, because you've been coerced. And taught that these things are wrong, they're bad, but you're starving, so I've got a moral dilemma here. What do I do? Fuck it, I'm starving, so I'm going to do it. It's then in the hands of the law and man's law to no understand you, no give a flying fuck, and do things that is as stupid as giving you a fine. Where am I getting the money to pay the fine? I'm going to have to do it again, isn't I? Or you're going to have to put me into the prison system, which technically isn't going to cost me money. It's going to cost me liberty for a wee while. But that's like being grounded if you've got real parents that can actually administer any form of justice upon your ass with a belt or whatever, although you're not allowed to do that. But when you put me in the system, it's the taxpayer that pays for this. And a lot of these people are paid by the taxpayer's purse. So it becomes a dog chasing its tail as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
If you can nip that early and find out that there is justification behind why a youngster is the way that they are, even an adult, what is it that's there? It takes you back to the 6 o'clock roadblock for me. When you hit the lowest point, that you then can either stay down there and become institutionalised, stupid fucking idiot of the world that society didn't want to deal with. Again, it's that massive carpet, the amount of shite that goes under the carpet. If people just stopped, again, bring the sack round, but clear the carpet first, lift it, roll it back, have a look at what you're hiding under there. What is it that needs addressed? Is it society that just, when you take the time to watch things like the grey area, to see that the schemes are teeming with these wee fucking parasites? But if you really look, if you look under the right stone, if you take the right brick out the wall, Mr. Pink Floyd, Roger Waters would explain it to you, I'm sure, that the whole reasoning for the barrier and the wall and everything else is to hide. If somebody else notices the wall and sees that it's a front that's being put up to stop you from getting in, do your best, manipulate it, take a brick out one at a time and understand what's behind it. What's lying behind it could just be a fucking hurt child on the inside. Again, I'm a 51-year-old man, but within me is that inner child. It's the one that can still have fucking toy cars. I bought 2 remote control cars. Yeah. There's only one of my daughters that wanted an RC car. Right. And you play yourself. That's boring. So the big monkey will go and play with you as well. So being able to get in and expose that, whereas society will not take the time, social workers aren't educated enough, in my mind, to scheme life and scheme living. Yeah. If you've been involved in it and you can see it, everybody that I would imagine that is watching this, that relates to anything that I'm saying, knows exactly what I'm talking about. But the middle class will be tilting their head to the side because the knowledge is very weighty. I've said this for years. You're straightforward and you're straight looking. I give you a bit of knowledge that makes your head go to the side and you can't actually makes a point. It's because the knowledge has never been in and offsets the balance, but you have to think about it because what? You've just changed your own perception by paying attention. So if I'm talking about it and nobody can dispute that it's real, that these things happen, that these young guys are maybe toiling, they're hiding. If you didn't go in and have a look and see why, what is the torch paper that's been lit, what's behind it? And the police are only there to do a job, but their job could be so much fucking easier if they understood. And again, I know that if the world was a beautiful, rosy fucking daisy chain place, there would be no job for the police. Right. But when I look back on my childhood, we had pillars of the community. We had alpha males, and I'm sure we touched on it before. Yeah. These were the guys that I aspired to, I looked up to, whether they be right or wrong. They held the community together. The police were, they were very reluctant, shall we say, to walk into the gunner, to maybe exercise a war. No harm. You can bring as many as you want because all you're going to do is provoke a fight because these people are in touch with their basic primeval instinct. It's what you do. You arm yourself with something because, as I've said, you're in shit creek. So if you didn't have an armour, you're going to be a victim. You're going to get victimised. So
it's an interesting looking at it that there's no enough people got the time of the day to see it that way. They just didn't see it that way. And how do we make it, like even somebody that's maybe watching now, how do we get them to take the time to look further? And not just the social worker that's done that, because they'll argue, with us here and now that we're wrong and this is, a proven track record to doing this and doing that. Whereas I'm a believer of your thought process, and I think you've got to come or be in a scheme or have spent some time in a scheme to understand that your side of it and what you're saying, because I do and I get it, and there is no community like that community.
Never, no.
I mean, we're both in nice places now, living, because we are. Yeah. And there is no, I look at that community that I'm in and I'm like, these folk are all mental. They're arguing about this, that, the next thing. Whereas, like you say, because we've lived in the more choice areas in life, we've learned a little, and you work that to your advantage. How do we get them to listen, Alan? How do we get them to?
I think the first one is the admission that, like you're saying, they know that these tried and tested methods, blah blah blah. I'm going to tell you, they don't fucking work.
No.
Because if you're on that spectrum where they're looking at you and they are trying to prejudge or guess in a lot of the cases what it is that makes you tick or what makes you do the things that you do, I can tell you from first-hand experience, 99% of the time they're wrong. They're so far off the fucking mark, but they're quite happy that if I give them enough that they're going to make up their mind and they're going to give me an excuse. Boom, everyone's a winner, baby.
Yeah. I get my salary, I go home, pay my mortgage, happy. Aye, yeah.
Every time I've said it, and when it comes to these guys, it's that. They're against the clock, so you have an allotted time.
Yeah.
You can go in and say, right, that's it. I'm going to tell them everything. I'm going to tell them why I steal. I'm going to tell them why I've broken the law in order to survive. And if a jury of my peers listen to that, they'll understand and they'll get me. I'm going to tell them, right, okay, let's open it up then, Alan. Let's see what you've got. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, you know, we can't really say that. What I'm going to write a report. And I'm just going to say this, that and other. Because they didn't want to go down that road. They didn't want to go down that road. And they didn't want to go down that road. Because everything has a tick sheet. Everything has a wee box next to it that you must tick in order for you to get your wage and your salary to justify what you've done. All they do with me is leave me out in the cold. I'm freezing cold.
Sorry, I was just saying a listen there because I thought the rain was on. I was going to say
aeroplane.
Perfect.
But no, again, the fact that the law or the system, as it's called, because everybody referred to it as a system as I grew up, and it was fuck the system, What for?
Stick it to the man and all that.
Again, the man, as far as I'm concerned, the man is the guy that introduced heroin into the schemes to kill the fucking monkeys, because the monkeys weren't smart enough to go to Afghanistan and start cultivating fucking poppies and bring it into the scheme and share it among their fellow monkeys. No. To me, that was
I don't think the scheme would have done that.
The scheme wasn't fucking smart enough to done things like that. Look at what it done. As far as I'm concerned, that whole thing, and again, you're back into the early 80s. If you remember, I think everywhere was the same, certainly in schemes. New Year's Eve was fucking fantastic. Everybody's partying. I could go to houses, I had no idea where the fuck the people were. As a wee boy. Again, just that aspirational thing, you're going along with the older generation. And we had some great times. Heroin come in the next minute. Not only is the doors locked, the windows locked, the curtains are shut.
Switched it.
Turned it upside down. Fast forward, once the Grim Reaper had come in and killed as much as it could, what it didn't get in the first swoop, it come back and left us AIDS, the AIDS virus, hepatitis, all of these fucking horrible, horrible things that kill people. Never mind the devastation, because the collateral damage that was incurred by the family members. The stigma, your son's a drug addict, your son broke into my fucking house, your son stole my telly, your son screwed my fucking electric meter. All of these things was horrible, all made for me by design, designed to make the monkeys fight each other. When you put two monkeys facing each other, they're going to fight without words. They're going to fight because they'll stare at each other for too long. You look at the housing schemes and how they built these fucking things, you're looking at each other. My thing with the yellow light, I believe in that. I believe that they tried to instigate trouble and fights just under this yellow light, because the first time I ever went into the town as an alert monkey, beyond 14-year-old, I noticed the difference in the light. It was nice white lights and everything was illuminated different. The yellow light done something, and I know it did do something. But what was there, or the remnants of what was left, alpha males were getting a bit stagnant. The pillars of the community were a bit shaky. They were definitely on the wonky ground. Bringing the next operation, ecstasy. Ecstasy took the fucking what was left, and to me, heroin went that way. Ecstasy took them up there and just went boom and left them, and they all fell. So for me personally, I had nothing whatsoever. I've never had anything to do with heroin. But yeah, I was led into that ecstasy world, and to appease the monkey, whoa, you fucker, this was a new one. This wasn't the one where I would leave this planet and fuck off into somewhere where I still didn't know, just blackouts on there. But this made me feel happy, and I was happy with it, because at the time I needed something. So when I was in my darkest hour at 12, 13-year-old, the glue come in, gave me a whole new perspective. At 21, I'm dealt these blows that's not your dad. Here's Jeremy Kyle. No, your partner's fucking all the horribleness that was there, and that's a whole another pot of shite. But ecstasy come in as did the glue. So although it was all shite, I was quite happy with it. I was like, hey, and I created a bubble. And the bubble was fine until the bubble got burst, because there was one and another. And that's what it was like. It was wee arrows getting fired at me all the time until that eventually burst. But to me, it was another design as far as I'm concerned, because something has never wanted arseholes like me to progress.
Do you think communities were getting too strong? Do you think that niche of people in that scheme were just becoming too tight?
I just say that, and again, if it's something that you need to explore for the lay person to understand, you take a scheme pub, it is the hub, it is the heart of the community, 100%, to the extent that people with that community will probably no venture in there, because it's no a nightclub, it's no a disco. This belongs to the people. Now, I was employed in 3 pubs. 2 of them I was a partner in. The third one I was simply there as a peacekeeper.
And we're not talking gangsters here. We're just talking communities.
Communities, yes.
There's
nice people, working class people that all enjoyed a bit of banter and a giggle. Policed by themselves. Run by themselves. I remember we had in the Anchor, we had a guy working there, and really nice wee guy, Gordon. The cleaners had phoned me. Oh, there's something no right with him. I thought, he's no well. We're going to get an ambulance and everything else. And I thought, fuck. No, the pub's open. There'll be nothing left. There'll be no chairs. Although, again, the great bunch of people. And they were that great that I went in. And the one guy says to me, oh, we didn't know how to work the till. So what we've done is, that's Big Jokes. He's had 2 pints, so you still owe him 13 quid. They'd actually took a chitty and wrote it all fucking down. Now, where in society does that happen? Only in a scheme, because they knew right for wrong.
That's not happening up the town.
No chance. The place would get ransacked.
Would,
and no, we'd done it ourselves. Anything that was come on adversely in a nightclub. I mean, we shut nightclubs. Definitely, smashed it to fucking smithereens, because their attitude stunk. My attitude has always been the same. I'm one of them. I'm just another fucking monkey, and I see them all as monkeys. I value people's life way beyond they value it, and that's what I see. I see the goodness in people that is maybe hidden behind the wall, behind the facade, and the whole point of the journey for me is to let them know that, listen, you might be kidding yourself on here, but if you really fucking smell the coffee and you wake up, you'll know that you are hiding. There's something that you're not dealing with, and if you get that monkey off your back, deal with the fucking thing. You give yourself a new outlook on life, as I have done numerous times again, to be reborn at the age of 14 and get a brand new lease of life. Because as a 7-year-old boy, my pal Morag, who got me involved with the computing thing, and then that led to the IKEA adverts, then Man Dancing, the movie. She's always been there in the background, and I really do have a lot of time for this woman, because she helped me so much. And anybody that helps me becomes a value to me. And she had said to me the other day there, it was some quote somewhere that says, give me a boy up until 7-year-old and I'll shape you a man, or something like that.
I think I've heard that
so much sense. I've never heard it before. Never heard
something like that somewhere.
Well, she says to me, Alan, your thing with your cycles is 7. It was one of these things where they revisit people at 7, 14, 21, and I thought, no fucking way. I've lived that without knowing that somebody else is actually filming it. They should have turned the camera over here and they would have saw everything as it evolved, because that's all my life has been evolution. I'll fall down, I'll get up, I'll understand how I fell, what tripped me, and I will fucking avoid it. That's, again, we're going back to what is my main principle, my main target, is to let people see the steps in front of them so that they can look and say, that's what he's talking about. I'm just going to go fucking round that. It's that. And when she said that, the 7-year cycles is 100% genuine to me, because I can justify it and legitimise it every time. 7, leave the family nest. The wings break, the fucking feathers aren't even developed. I fall out the tree, I get smacked all the way down, hit ground zero, i.e. paedophile fucking city. I've got to try and muster my way back up for nothing, beyond the table. I've got to get through the table. That is to me, that was where there was a skin over shit creek, and I had to break through that. And when I got through at 14, 100% it was 14, because that's where my balls technically dropped. I become the young man I was going to be.
Yeah.
And I grew for that. Then we know at 21, being told what I was told, and everything that conspired, or the clouds that were swirling about me, I rebelled, and I rebelled against everything that was behind me.
Right.
So I went for that's 21 cycle. I reverted back to the 7 years prior, and then done the 7 years prior to that. So I had everything to fight all the way through. Everything I had been dragging, I thought, come round and let's just get it on and fight the whole thing and beat it. And without going above 21, that was enough to justify to me everything that had happened. There had to be a fight. So it was a press conference between the darkness in the society that was trying to knock me down to the fucking fighter that was going to fight them. So it was Nigel Benn versus Chris Eubank. The world was a boxer. It had trained and it knew how to beat me. But I was a fucking fighter. And we're getting this on. If I go down, you're going to remember the challenge that we had. And that's where it hit. And yeah, of course there was fireworks and that whole cartoon episode. But thankfully survived that.
Yeah. Is even back to the scheme mentality again, and you know that person that is stealing something because of cause and effect, and they're doing it because of this, and then you look at the court system that's going to throw them back on the cycle, back, you know, the legalese of that. Even you stand in front in a court. I mean, we've all been there a couple of times for whatever reason. The twice, luckily, touch wood, I've been in court twice in my life, and both times I've been in there, I've come out like, what?
Prison's exactly the same. Unless you're institutionalised and you know what's going on.
What actually was said? What was that? Oh, you don't need to know. It's all right, we've dealt with that. You have to do this and you have to do that. Yeah. Aye, but what? But and it's like, if you're in that situation, and you can't talk to these people, you can't actually sit and say, but they don't even allow you to say, well, I did A because there was fucking minus that, there was this, there was... Don't even allow it.
That's what I'm saying. When you look, it's that, okay.
Yeah.
Go. No, you sit there and you just do as you're fucking told. When I come in, you stand up. When I say sit down, you sit down.
Aye.
For me, as a rebellious little bastard that had no guidance of the physical sense, so no father, no guidance, that's it. I had nobody to look up to. Everybody I looked up to was the peers and pillars of the community. So that guy there, he sells dope. That guy there knocks people out. These are what is forming me. These are where I'm learning how to fucking live. The drunks, the alcoholics, the druggies, the drug dealers, the drug takers. These are all the pillars that are holding up the ceiling for crashing in on my fucking life. The police are supposed to do a duty. No, I love the American one, to protect and serve. Fucking who? Because it's not a raggedy ass wee bastard like me. And the one for me was that they had got us. We were out doing what you do with air rifles, so we're popping old windies off the old railway line. We had like a wee fire and finding aerosols, throwing them in, boom, they blow up. It's fucking fantastic.
And who are you affecting?
We were all right. We're on the old railway line. There's nothing there. We're putting up a can and shooting it, or a bottle or whatever.
Exactly.
But somebody, well, to me, I know it wasn't somebody made a call, because the railway bridge was there. Ainsley Park is off the side of the railway. The railway runs through the schemes, but this one section's there. Two beat police are coming over the bridge, and they've heard us and saw us, so they've come down. Oh, hi, what you up to? I know this wasn't a call, because they then radioed for a car to come and get us. We got the air rifles, but there was this big Welsh guy, and he was honestly the ballooniest looking bastard I've ever met in my life. A big fucking idiot. And I can say that because if I seen him now, I would gee him, and you'll understand why. And this is what moulds the monkey. There's a can that we just put in the fire. It's full, but the label's off it, so we don't know what it is. We had big slings. You make them with a Y shape. Fucking hell, these were twatters. He spotted it next to the fire. He's ventured over to get that, and the fucking can blew up in his face. It was fully silver paint. He's covered in it. And the advert will work. I had a pal. His old man was the Prince of Fijian Island. Right. So he was a great guy. Fuzzy as fuck afro, and really nice guy. At the time, and this, again, if you check, you'll probably find it was about 1984. It was the advert for Tennant's Lager. And it was first out of the taxi, last into the pub. Aye, you're first out of the taxi, so you're no pint it. Last into the pub, it's no year round. You're a miserable bastard.
Aye.
So that was the advert, and everybody had we had it all fucking off by heart. So they've radioed for a car to come and get us. Car's pulled up on the bridge. He's standing there, and he's like, taxi, taxi. First out of the taxi, last into the pub. We're going into Drylow police station.
Aye.
And this Welsh fucking idiot's just like, not fucking you, smart ass, and pulled him back. It was me and another guy, and my pal. So they put the two of us into this other room, but they dragged him out. He's come back in holding his jaw. They've grabbed the other one. This is rapid. Took him out, and I'm saying to him, what happened? But before he can speak, the other one's come in holding his jaw. So I went out. The monkey's, I know what's going to happen here. He's got me here like that. I think you're fucking smart, eh? And the hand started to draw back, and I thought, I know what's going to happen here. So I ducked, and he fucking whacked me in the skull. This thing takes a fucking good doing. He must have fucking rattled his knuckles. He's put me in beside the other two guys. Next minute, come out. Standing there. I've got to stand at the desk and give my details to said fucking idiot covered in paint. Where I can't help it, I'm going to laugh. Now you are going to address him, and you're going to answer every one of his questions with yes sir and no sir. Do you fucking understand me? Aye. Bang. He booted me in the hole with a pair of steel toe-cap fucking Polish shiny boots.
Right.
I never said sir. Right. I got a good game. Let's play.
Right.
Name. Alan Carrick. Sir. Nobody's taught me how to say these things. I do not. I'm for the fucking scheme, so we swear and we survive.
Yep.
Any middle names, Alan? Aye, Murray. Bang! I never said sir. Oh, you're not going to get away with this for much fucking longer, pal. But see that one instance, he maybe got 2 or 3 at me, but that one instance, that's enough to turn me against that uniform. Doesn't matter what you put in that uniform. I see that, the hackles go up, the monkey comes out, he wants to fight now, and that's when I'm saying I would swing them about in the railway. I'd fucking throw them about because I didn't care. You try to play me, and you played me for an absolute fucking idiot. I didn't know your game because nobody had showed me the rules. I never replied to anyone as sir. Nobody told me that there was a hierarchy. And right now, there is no fucking hierarchy. Because I've taken that many of them out their suits and offered them the same fucking deal as I have in their suits, and they're just the same as me. They eat, sleep, shit, and get knocked the fuck out the same as I do. We are no different because he gets a salary. No, that's another one of your things where if they were to actually just take it down. I've met some really, really nice guys. Honestly, some really nice policemen.
But the thing is, even he's tarnished. That really nice, decent guy's tarnished because of the guy with the steel toe caps. You know, he's fucked it for all of them.
Everybody,
you know what I mean?
Everybody would, again, the courts and system beyond that day would see me, what happened? Mr. Carrick is here for an aggravated assault, imitation firearm, and threatening to stab a police officer. That's severe. You're dicing me here, buddy boy. If it wasn't for psychiatric reports at that time, because this was where they all culminated, there was loads of them come together, loads of charges. Hitting the policeman in the face with a personal stereo just because he was bugging me. He tried to chase me, and I'm like, fuck off. He wouldn't fuck off. Well, so I hit him. These are all bad things. Really bad boy. You cannot do that. This is law. You must respect the law. Well, how's about I'm a young boy? And when you're putting me in a fucking hole and punching me in the side of the head, right now, that is child abuse. You cannot fucking get away with it. How come you were allowed to get away with it then? Because you had a fucking badge that said so, or a wee diddy hat that said so. Unfortunately, to the monkey, primeval asshole says, fuck you, pal. And it's a horrible, horrible place, and it's a horrible stigma for me to have. And again, it's that venomous poison that runs through me. I never put it in there. It was injected into me. Again, another fucking 90s anthem, injected with a poison. When you take the things that was coming into my life, it's poison. And that replaced the DNA that I had, and it's taken me all this time to find that original source by going back to basics, absolute basics. And again, it's that first principles. What was my point? Why was I born? I was born for a reason. And if this is the reason that I'm here, that I've walked down the dark path. And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will get punched and kicked for each fucking side. If I can say to somebody, didn't go through that door. There's wankers and assholes in there. Didn't do it. Just avoid it. It's best avoided. How? What'll happen? All right, I'll open the door. Bang, punch in the face. I'll get you out. I understand what you're saying. You didn't. That shouldn't have to legitimise it. Right now, this is absolutely fantastic. Again, allowing the monkey to express how he got to where he was. Where he was, not where he is, where he was. Because I was conditioned by it. So when you're saying, this is the deal, it's like a fucking game show. Okay, you've been charged with this. Let's go to court. What we're going to do, we're going to do a deal. We're going to get you a bonus here, and you're going to end up maybe having to go to prison, and you're going to have to do it. And all the time, you're getting slapped about the fucking face, and you're like, blah, blah, blah. What do I do then? I'm not allowed to speak. I'm not allowed to justify it. And because of the conditioning in my mind, I'm never going to say, oh, by the way, can I just offer you this? Your honour, your fucking holiness, that because of my encounter with a paedophile, this is how my modus operandi changes and I evolve. I have a defence mechanism that I put up. And because I'm dealing with that, and your said officer has now come upon my person and punched me in the fucking head and booted me in the arse because I'm a stupid illiterate cunt, because nobody's took the time to show me fuck all, and I can't pay attention. It's not because I have attention deficit disorder. It's because I've got a monkey on my back that keeps fucking shouting at me because I was abused by a fucking paedophile. In a society that you're supposed to manage, your job as a manager does not fucking work if a young laddie can be abused by your society. So then you get fucking upset that you'll know tolerate what it is that I do, because I never intentionally come into the world thinking I'm going to be a bastard. No thanks. You condition a bastard, you're going to get a bastard. I remember just a quickie. I was in a cell.
You don't get a clearer fucking point than that. Sorry.
You can't, James, and that's what I'm saying.
That should be crystal.
Where you'd want to bring in a lay person, somebody that hasn't been on that side of the door, I would advise anybody not to get involved in it. But if you're landed in shit creek, you must get your hands in the jobbies. If you can steer yourself to dry land and get over. My wife showed me dry land, or else, because I was kicking back in that shit. I had pina coladas sitting on jobbies floating in shit creek. I gave no fucks. With a smell, of course I fucking smell. It's all around about me, and it's what it was that everything gave me, society gave me, that the poison, my reaction time, even the ignorance. One of the first pal that I ever lost, when the bike crash occurred, the ignorance of me, again, because nobody fucking taught me, and any teacher that would have maybe taken the time to see a vulnerable young man hiding behind the fucking wall. I wouldn't tell you why I was hiding behind the wall. I'd give you as much as you needed, but you're not getting in that cell because I didn't let that thing out. That is a bastard, and I didn't want it out because I don't know what it'll do. It's taking me to the edge of life. If I let it out, it might take me over. I don't want to go yet. I'm quite happy to fuck about and be a cunt. But when... he's gone there. But again, it's that thingy. If somebody had taken the time, I wouldn't be standing talking to an officer of the law after a big long fucking story, looking for my pal on a motorbike, and I say to him, da-da-da, and he says, look, I think your pal might have been involved in an accident. Accident's no, it's not a critical word. Right. So, vocabulary, no, I'm a fucking 15, I was 17, because it was 1987. He says to me, I says, how bad is it? I fail. I thought, well, fuck, his legs come off. He's lost an arm. Could you identify him? Can you tell if this is your pal? There was a van and a ambulance, back to back, with about 1.5 meters between them. I'm first, my other pal's with me. He's an older guy. We turned the corner, and these were all the criminal factors that we would take the vehicle side of it and make money off of that. I've turned into the ambulance, and the person in the ambulance has looked at me and went, shit fucking white. I've turned to say to my pal, that's no our pal. And there he's there, lying in a fucking box, staring at me. And for a young guy that is dealing with trauma and fucking torment, that's the last thing I need to see. The ignorance in my upbringing should have let me know, Alan, if anybody ever says to you that something is, if this should happen to say this word, no, nothing. What you saying? Nothing. I never knew what fatal fucking meant until I saw my friend staring at me. His life was gone. That again, it's a big shit. And that's what it was like all the time. It was just this big Sugar Ray Leonard wind-up punch and fucking bang. Knocks you back and knocks you out of it. So again, it's more, no regret, more poison. It sits in, it settles in, and it does. No, I can feel myself. Where you're saying you can see the monkey coming out, you see the frustration in me because I didn't know. And that was ignorance. So I didn't know how to be a parent. I didn't know how to be a boyfriend. I didn't know how to be anything. I had to learn the hard thing.
And at 17, identifying your mate. Oh, come on, what did they do that for? What? That's their ignorance again. Or no fuck. They're no fucks given for the society. They're getting paid to manage poorly.
See when you say that you and I, we live in different places now. We've understood the jobbies. We've been in the jobbies, and we now see a different side to it. Mm-hmm. They were never in the jobbies. Nah. They only go into the jobbies, have a look and come back out again. They can shower every fucking day like a prison officer. Yep. They lock the door and they go back because it's only a job to them. They have and this is a big one for me, it's the same with all the politicians and everything. They have no empathy for people of that world, and it is a different world.
Yep.
And that's a sad reality for me, and it always has been a sad reality because non-identifying these people and their way of life and their struggles, you're detached. You are no longer part of that world. So to have the schemes rebelling against you, no witnesses are coming forward. No. If you're punching laddies and kicking them in the hole and then leading them up a garden path without explaining, listen, I'm going to show you a dead body here. I'm going to leave trauma inside your head for the next couple of years. Every time you shut your eyes, you're going to see your fucking friend staring you in the face. No nice. No. If I could go back and do it again, I would study. And that was the whole point. Coming out the other side and meeting my wife eventually and saying, I want to go back to school. I wanted to know what these fucking words meant. I wanted to know how these people could dupe me. Yeah. And so another game. Yes, I'm in. Count me in. Here's my kitty. Take it. What's my kitty? It's everything that I fucking have. I will play your game and I will beat you at it because you shouldn't be trying to play games with people's lives. And that's a simple one. Yeah. So for the layman to have a look inside and see what it is, you take all the wee adverse things and build them all up and wonder why you get an asshole that can rebel at 21-year-old against a society. Do you know what I mean? It's that silly question. It's a no-brainer. If I was to give that to a sheriff at any point, and again, take it right back at 21-year-old, when you've got a psychiatric fucking, the brains of the world, the top of the tree, are looking at me to understand what happened, Alan. There you go. I've just gave you it, and this, I don't even know what time you're at. In that fucking time, I think I've gave you enough that she got, in however many sessions, for her to go from brain damage to mentally ill to... Not really sure, Alan, but we need a fucking excuse for this. So I'm going to say it's because of your drug misuse, because it's the only thing that would legitimise it for them. They couldn't have an answer because what I've just gave you is enough for me personally. And I know I've spent years analysing this. When I went and done the psychology thing, I'd done that mental health awareness thing. I've always lived under that label. But that label to me was a lot of bullshit. It was a sticker that they put on. It's not mine. I'm a guy that rebelled against what they had shown me and what they had done to me as a person, as a young boy. I just rebelled against it all. And it was that thing where I'd had enough. Just had enough. So,
it's so easy as well. It's so easy when you sit and hear it. So easy to understand, so easy to think about. But how do we change it? How do we change it? Do we hope that somebody sees this and somebody gets in touch? Because you can get in touch through social media, you can get in touch through TikToks or Facebooks.
Again, my wee pal, Gary Fraser, when he had come to me, he approached me before we'd done the grey area. So it's years and years ago now, 6-7 years ago. And his thing was to go and try and get a sit-down with the brass, with the social work, with the powers that be sort of thing, and get a sit down. And to me at the time, I thought, no, young guys are young guys, and they're moulding themselves, and they're not going to listen to me. No. like I said to you earlier, I'm a relic. I'm a fucking dinosaur of an era that is long gone.
Yeah.
I spoke to Gary yesterday, and he enlightened me to 3 guys that have passed in the last couple of weeks.
Right.
And that is how it is. These people that can testify own that society, own that system that does not fucking work.
Aye,
Never
those
worked, or else
experiences
these guys
that don't
wouldn't
work.
have died.
The thing is, well, they've not changed it.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Now is the time.
Now's the time, yeah.
Like we've said, no, the organic nature of how you and I have got together. If I go up onto the bridge and I chuck shit out there and you're doing in Portobello and the natural flow of the tide takes it down and you grab it, you can smell that shit and you think,
Aye.
you know what, I can see something in there. There's something sparkling in there.
There is, aye.
Let's dig it up. Let's get it out. Let's fucking bash it out across the table. And hopefully the intention is that between our 2 minds, the booklet, if it ever goes anywhere at all, or even if it's just an ear that hears it and thinks, you know what, this idiot does know what he's fucking talking about here. This is an insight into something that we didn't get to see. Gary's been trying to do it with his film and stuff.
Aye.
And a perfect example, but it's no enough. It's no enough to draw them in because it's only a certain person. Just like this, it's only certain people.
was talking about it this morning, and the thing that you can't email this to somebody because they'll not read it.
No.
You can't.
I found that for years,
you need them to be right in their downtime. They need to pick it up. You know, they need to be listening to their iPod or their iPod. How old school am I already? Christ almighty. But it needs to be on their phone and their earbuds.
There's a Christy Berg cassette.
Cassette, aye, exactly. So the pamphlet for the guys at school, even if we can get something like we've got the pamphlets ready. Realistically, we've just got to dot the I's, cross the T's, put the pictures in the right place with the text. You've prepared all that. I've got the guy that's sitting with it already, sitting on a screen. He just needs the images. Yeah. So we're going to get that pamphlet together. How do we then breach the void? There's some people in the White Collar Network that have said to me they're happy to listen. They're hopefully listening to this now, or some of it at least. We're going to get to someone at some point. There is going to be some young person that's relating.
100%.
And there might not be one.
I think there'll be a few, especially when you go into the schemes. But to me, it's something that has to be. The pamphlet thing is tangible. Something you can touch, something you can see, something you can absorb yourself. Yeah. This, the raw side of it. Yeah. To me, it doesn't go for the young guy to save the young guy. It goes to the other one to try and educate them so that they can meet in the middle. Exactly. So where I'm saying one passes the other one by, meet in the middle. Just getting that level playing field. That's a really good point, actually. It's a good point. Because it's not just about the young person that might come to you or might approach you or send an email or send a text, or it's the adult understanding the cause and effect of all that, all the bullshit. You think the kids that are rebelling just now, and the parents, they didn't know how to deal with it. Oh, Joyce, they're doing this, they're doing that. If they understood, if they could see what it is, that if somebody's rebelling, if they're throwing up barriers, there's generally a fucking reason for it.
There's a reason,
You just got to be able to come down to that level. So again, the whole camera angle. If you're above, come down to my level. You'll see the white of my eyes. You'll be able to see, because that is what they call the windows to the soul. If you can see in there, that means the wall's doing, the defences are doing. If I'm sitting like that, you're getting fuck all. If I'm looking up there, you're getting out. If I'm looking over there, it's not going to happen. You need to be staring me clean in the eyes and you get in. Because, like I'm saying, I've dropped the barriers, I've dropped the walls. I'll keep the old relic wall. I fucking absolutely love it, because it's a testament to what I endured as a young guy that legitimizes anything that I have to say in that adverse experience of childhood, of adulthood, of society, of the criminal justice system, of just anything in that world. Because it doesn't matter that you've got the law, because you have a direct mirror image. Again, there are equal grounds. If you're a young guy in the schemes and you break Sod's law, you're going to be punished. So where we had alpha males, and they were the pillars of the community, you break into the wrong guy's house, he'll batter the shite out of you. You will learn. We're the police. If you break into your house, and they'll come and get you, and you'll go to court, and it'll be all this bollocks and bollocks and bollocks. You might get the odd clout and, like I say, the odd boot up the arse. I don't think they tend to do it now.
No.
Don't know, no idea. Didn't want to be involved in it anymore. But I see it as it never worked. All it does is it creates a monster. A monster that they didn't want to deal with. And you think, reverse it. Rewind the clock. Stop fucking hitting them. Stop treating them like they're fucking daft.
Stop giving him a fine where he's got to go out and do it again to pay it. It's lunacy.
That's what I'm saying. It is absolutely bananas. That to me, evolution is me learning, passing on to you. Then you can take all the wee bits and find one wee nugget of information and says, you know what, I'll actually keep that. I'll keep that in a wee pocket because that could come in handy, what that asshole's just said. Yeah. That's me passing it on to you for nothing other than you sharing your time with me sharing anything that I have with you. You can then pass that wee bit on. You see somebody else and say, here, by the way, I found this. You use that. That is evolution. What society, whether it be law, the crime in itself, the social work department, watch my finger. It's revolution. It's no, let's lift up our pitchforks. It's a dog chasing its fucking tail. It's went nowhere because it just revolves. It doesn't stop.
Swimming
so
round and
society
round.
has the tough guy, the drug dealer, That's Mother Hubbard's cupboard. Every shelf is full of drug dealers. There's a drug dealer. Oh, he's just been put into prison. Oh, get another one. There's a policeman that boots young laddies up the hole. Oh, he's dead. He's retired. Get another one. They just keep pulling them off the shelf. I know that for the schemes and for the monkeys that are in the schemes, that it's very smart people. They didn't sit on shelves. They will not be, like myself, I'll not be pigeonholed. You can't put a label on what I am. You can't put it and say, oh, the amount of people that I've interacted with throughout my life, they'll be like, oh, I know he's that. Oh, that's the guy who used to do the pubs. Well, that's the guy that does the telework. That's the guy who was in that movie. That's the guy that done the civil engineering. That's the site manager. You have all these different personas, but collectively, what have you? You've got me. Just one fucking individual.
Guy.
One individual. There's two there. So you got the man and the monkey. And each one is just a persona. That's all it is, and that's in the wee pamphlet. That's what I try to say. It's what I put in front of whoever is sitting in front of me. You're sitting in front of me, and I'm being as honest and candid as I can be, knowing that that's watching me. So there's other people, but they're getting to see it as well, without even asking. They might not even watch it. It bothers me.
They might just listen. We might just be in their ears. It's phenomenal.
To me, it's getting into the head, and it's getting into the right head, because if the ears are open, they'll hear it and they'll understand that. They'll hear the truth as it comes out of me, because I'm no willing to hide for it anymore. There's no point in hiding for it. I've never hid for it for a long time, but I've also saw a side of life in society where it's wasted. It's wasted on certain individuals because they're so arrogant. Like the way that society is right now, we are being tested to the absolute fucking limits.
And look, the wheels are falling off the train. The wheels are falling off everything now. Look at the amount of police that are over the telly now for doing wrong. Because
religion.
They're just human beings, man. They're just you and I with a uniform on gave them
we've gave them a stool. They're up there, and that's where the cameras now drop down to another level. Where they're up there, they think they're bigger than us, so they think that by raping women, by murdering women, who gave them that fucking position? To me, see, when I used to sit in front of the judge. One of the stories that I gave, the one I mentioned with Gary years and years ago, Gary Fraser had says to me, "Oh, can I get one of your stories?" He was just starting out; he was still wet behind the ears doing his college thing, and he got the story. The story starts off in the High Court. The guy's been done for a murder. Now, if you didn't get to know what he's done until the very end, it's a journey for there to understanding what he'd done. Go to Carstairs, because what he's done isn't right. This is heinous. This is really fucking bad. He's not just killed somebody; he's done things to him. Now, when you're asking me in episode fucking last one, what would I have done? My revenge, if you like, on the pedo man. This guy done it. If you could ever find that story, you would understand what the monkey goes through in his cycle. Because I've done that, and I fucking educated myself with it, and I went and played it all out. This guy, when he reveals everything that he's done, it legitimises and justifies why he's sitting at the dock at the very opening line, and he's reading the Latin above the judge sheet, and then he just gets an epiphany and thinks, who the fuck are you to sit there and judge me? You're that old, you're wearing a fucking wig, thinking that somebody's put you up there on this wee perch, we're lording it above me. You're above me. You think you're above me, but you're not, because you've never asked me the question. You just read it on a bit of paper saying this is what I am. This guy, as he's there, he says, because of the age of that guy, how long is it before you toast your fucking slippers thinking that you're actually making yourself a bit of toast? Because you're fucking gone in the head. You didn't live in a real world.
Half of them are probably no far off that already anyway, you know, and they're sitting there with the wig and the gown and everything, you know.
But that's when you're looking into the dock for there and you're judging somebody on their actions. You think, hang on, pal, let's reverse the camera here. Let's look at you. What do you look like? You're wearing a fucking wig thinking you're someone else that's presiding over me because society has told you that you are... you have that honour. Same as a policeman, same as everything else. So you start knocking the edges off, as we're seeing in society just now. We're getting to see these people being exposed. And is there good ones? Yes. Is there good criminals? Yes. Is there fraudsters? Is there liars? Yes, of course there is.
And that's just the police.
That's all the police, yeah. So, I mean, we've had corrupt police for years. We've had police that would beat you up and all the rest of it. And that was the way of that game. And that's a cracker there. In the game sense, because it is a game. As long as you know and you appreciate it's a game, and that's where they used to say, didn't hate the player, hate the game. I never invented the game, but I understood the fucking rules and I played by the rules. So I was never a bad person, intentionally, no chance. Society made me what I ended up being. And then life in itself and the understanding that came after it all is what has created the guy now, the person that I have evolved into being. And I think I've evolved full circle. I've come right back to the very beginning where you've got to imagine that I fucking hated life for that long. Then I understood it and I played the game. So 22, 23, I played their game. I played their game, no bother. I had been playing games right up till that point, but I understood what the real game was. And I saw the differences early doors, and again using myself and my own understanding of the written word by trying to educate myself, being able to doodle it. I understood everything that had happened and was instrumental in creating who I was. So I analysed my own fucking self. That's why the mental health thing has never went away, because they labelled it. I had to understand, hang on. It's when you question your own fucking sanity, you're like, I must be, because I didn't think like anyone else. I didn't see like everybody else.
No, and the doodles, we've not really talked much about them. We've certainly not showed any, realistically. And
some funny ones.
There's some funny, some that, like the one you just showed me today, with the pound sign and the dollar sign, and holy shit. when you break that down the way you break it down, but I don't know if you want to do it by TikTok or something like that. Your doodles, man, you should get them out there.
I've tried it with trying to do it, but again, it's that side of TikTok where you only get a limited amount of time. So to show any, I mean, there's paintings there right next to us.
Ken, what you're going to have to get, right? Know what we need? We need Alan to get 1,000 followers on TikTok, and then you can sit in here, and then you can go live.
Again, it's trying to explain a story in 3 minutes. It's not going to happen. You saw it. No, this is hours into rubbish, and you're no there. But you're getting an understanding, and hopefully that's what.
But what I'm getting at there is I want people that are watching this to follow you on TikTok, because you get that snippet. You get here we are today, we're on the bridge and we're talking about this, and it's all relevant. It's relevant.
I think that everything that happens via this one will make the 3 minutes more audible. You'll understand where it is. So, there'll be engagement, because I'm sure people will. I know that they are, because they do the engagement with me now in private messages and everything else, and they'll say things. I mean, the one was perfect. It says, you know what? I never knew that I had NM with me. And you made me realise that I still have boxes that I've unopened.
Right.
Thank you. Because they're now open in the box. They have a look what's in there. And that's the only thing. It's not the only thing that inspires me, because, again, it's offloading it for me. When I chucked it off the bridge, that was the last day. I only had, like I say, there's a crack in me doodle, me walking into 2020 with just your carry-on case, the big bag, the big sack with all the badges, all the stitching where it's all burst, because going to the psychiatrist, you bust open the bag, there's a tear in it. You take too much shite and it rips it just through the years, dragging it along for fucking years. And I know what the symbology side of that is. that somebody somewhere will be realising and saying, he's fucking right. Because the shite that I've carried for years, whether I've been a victim, whether I've played the part of a victim, it doesn't matter what it is that's in the sack. When you swing it round in front of you and you look, you say, well, hang on, that's not actually mine to carry. Because it's no me, it's the guy that owes me money. I didn't have to cross the street for this cunt. He has to cross the street for me or put his head down. I didn't get it. I personally didn't get it myself, but that's how life is. If you didn't address it, if you didn't put your head up and say, by the way, see how you that money? I've not got a bolt. I do what you want. You can punch me in the face, but I've not got it. Well, a fucking idiot would punch you in the face. Because if I punch you in the face, I'm not going to see you again. I'm never going to get my money back. Because if you've done it to me, you give a fuck all. Keep punching, pal, until you've got your money's worth, because I'm not doing it. Just because of the way that you've reacted. So to carry something that doesn't belong to you, when you see it in front of you and you think, hang on, that's not actually mine. I've carried the weight and the guilt of something that isn't mine for all these fucking years. Do you know what? Fuck off. That space. No, you find your shoulders going, hey, you stand up a bit more and you become more proud of what you are, what you've achieved, where you're going. You start to see a future because the weight has kept you down. And that makes sense in the literal sense that, now that does make sense. That something on your shoulders can weigh you down. Take it off and your back straightens. And you're like, hey, this actually feels good. I feel fucking good about myself. I'm going to go rock climbing. I'm going to go mountain biking. I'm going to climb up onto the bridge and start shouting at the fucking stars.
Which you do fucking very well. And if you want to see more of that, get onto TikTok, Just Another Monkey. Follow him. Didn't follow me. Follow Alan. Because he's the one that talks sense. I talk shite about beach and stains that I see on the beach. And generally stuff that I've heard from Alan, I'll be like, oh, look at that. And I see faces everywhere. That's fucked up shit. But everything I see a face.
It's when you see life differently, because your head is now at a different angle. If you've if you've offloaded something that, or like you, it's chasing a dream, the realisation of a dream. If you're sitting there thinking, I want to do a podcast. You've already done it. It's already set in motion. So it's the bucket list has got a tick. What you got to do now? I'm going to fucking improve on that. I'm going to make this bucket bigger. I'm going to take the arse out of this bucket now.
And we're definitely, and I said that in one of my TikToks, was thanking you, because there's a red button on here, and I would never have fucking pressed it, I don't think. I was talking to boys about podcasts prior to you coming along and me, picking up some of the shite on the beach, and I was like, I'm going to do it, always going to do it, always going to do it. And I've fucking spent about 12 years always going to do it. You've come along and it's like, there's the kick in the arse I needed to do it, and it's done. So anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but it's this whole story, the circumstance, everything is fucking amazing, man.
To me, it takes a lot to take it in. Again, I'm trying to cram in to an hour. What has taken me an awfully long
and
fucking
that's me,
time.
Unfortunately, I'm tying them to an hour because I think
it's good enough. It's exactly what it is. If it gets enough to,
if we go too long, people get bored. If we didn't hit the nuggets,
that's why I think that last one, dwelling in that darkness. I think this one, if we've no lost anybody that was watching through that one, then this maybe give a bit more
illumination
to it, because it is illuminating.
This has been a better week for last, because last week was dark. This one's been a bit more, but
Well, that's to me. You had said in the last one, give us a bit of hope for it. What did the darkness lead to? Well, what the darkness led to is an education, and that education is worth. To me, it is priceless, because you can't buy it. I didn't want anybody to be on the receiving end of ignorance. To have a fucking idiot in a monkey suit booting you up the hole because of your ignorance, because nobody's taught you these things. If I was regimented in the army or in the cadets, if my dad had taken me and kept me going to Boy Scouts and things like that, maybe I would have been more in tune to that. But then, if I had that, I maybe wouldn't have been on the railway making fucking fires and shooting bottles with air rifles. There's so many things that wasn't. So if my testimony is that I go through the fire and get fucking burnt, to come out the other side and say, by the way, didn't go in there. Shite.
But you know what? The Shit Creek smells. But you know what? Everything you learned in Shit Creek, you took to another society, another way of life, and you've used it, and you hit on that in this hour. So if anybody's heard it, remembers it, you were the civil engineer, the site agent, what was the other things?
I went for a site manager to a contract supervisor to a contracts manager.
Utilising your life.
Using every tool that I'd found in the fucking shit creek.
And let me tell you, that's for next week. Because we're at that magic hour again, pal.
Again.
So, do you know what? It just leaves me to do this, and it's press the wee jingle button, mate.
Tickety-boo.
Mate, wow. Maybe need to change this jingle, would you?
I've never heard that. It's YouTube. Maybe let you do it.
No, you can use this one. It's a band called Peg and Rejected, and they allow you to use it. It's got free license. That's how I'm getting away with it. Thanks to them.
The symbols in the mind.
The Fly Fifer and Just Another Monkey. Time to backpedal forwards down the rabbit hole.
Toodle pip.
Spot